This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
We should mention that you're really going to start turning the volume up when it comes to tag action. We know that at the end of the year, you're going to wind up locked in a cage with the Rock and Roll Express for Starrcade. And they are the hottest babyface tag team at this point, maybe in the history of wrestling. And we really start turning the volume up on this towards the end of this Great American Bash Tour. And a lot of it gets kicked off here on Pro. This is August 2nd. There's a little bit of a confrontation. Let's take a listen.
Fans here of the Rock and Roll Express. Ricky, Robert, you and the Andersons, you two are the top contenders for the World Tag Team Championship. And the Andersons still up there in the ring. That's right, Bob. You know, the talk around the country is going around now for the #1 contender. And they keep calling for you. NWA. That's all right. We don't bother them right now, brother, because we got something on our mind. That's about putting those world titles around our waist. Like I said earlier, everybody's talking about the #1 contender. But you see, we figure that we are the #1 contender because we figure that we are the NWA World Tag Team Champions. We're just waiting for the opportunity to rise, to get a hold of Jimmy Cornette in the Midnight Express, to show them what it's all about. And you see those guys up there in the ring up there, they're trying to get us to come up here. But what we got on our mind right now, what we got on our mind, brothers, don't lose our cool because we are going to be the next NWA World Tag Team Champions. What about it?
Hey, like you said, we're all going to be the next NWA World Tag Team Champions. You know, the Andersons, they are a very, very tough team. Look at them, Ricky. They're taunting us. I guess they want some of the rock and roll, huh?
Brother, sit up there and call for us.
So we're seeing you calling them to the ring.
Let me tell you something, Bob. We're going to finish this. We're going to find out right now who's the #1 contender for the NWA World. Hey, and there we go. The Rock and Roll is going to the ring. The Andersons get calling them into the ring.
Do you hear the girls? Listen to that.
Jim Morton, Robert Gibson, Rock and Roll.
Oh, God, Jim.
Rolling into the ring. And look at Anderson waiting on them, really going to work on them right here. They caught the Rock and Roll as they went into the ring, and Arn and Ole were ready for them. They pounced on them even before they were able to get to their feet. And all four of them still going at it in the ring. Here come the Rock and Roll back. And we only have seconds left in the program, fans. We're going to be leaving the air in just a moment as they continue to go at it. All four in the ring, the Rock and Roll and the Minnesota Wrecking Crew. We'll see you next week, fans. So long.
What a hot way to finish the show. Years later, we would see almost every Nitro leave the air that way. A little bit of physicality, but the syndicated shows, you know, a lot of TV back then, that's really not what we're trying to do. We're not trying to give you great matches. We're trying to essentially give you a commercial for the great match you can see in your local area. Get your tickets now, blah, 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 right?
Television, straightforward, was to drive live event sales. That's why you didn't beat all your top guys. You didn't match up all your top guys every week on TV. Then what was special about going to a live event? Those were supposed to be matches that you couldn't see on TV, which was fair. You know, you just, because you didn't have enough time to tell every story that you had going on within the company on a given TV, you could just get little pieces, fragments of the story and move it forward. But it was important every week to have that common thread and keep reminding the audience, okay, who's fighting who and why.
The fans really got to see what was going on that day.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.